Hello, educators, parents, and friends. Welcome to another segment of my channel. If you're new here, I am Dr. Blissful. I'm a former elementary school grade teacher, and I'm here to give you tips and tricks on elementary education. I am also the author of Breaking Free of Bullying, where I provide strategies to keep your kiddos and you safe, happy, and emotionally well. So, yesterday we did lesson 9, and it was our circle map describing things about a jellyfish. If you weren't here yesterday, or if you haven't seen that session, we read a book about jellyfish and we fostered the development of vocabulary via um, the book, and then we posted the different words that a student or your child would generate. So today's lesson continues with that, and then we're going to add the terms compare and contrast. So that can start as early as kindergarten. Hold on, and in second grade, you want to expand that by having them write more compounded grammatical sentences, comparing and contrasting. Okay. So for the little guys, pre-K, you want to say, what's the same and what's different and explain what that means. You can start by comparing each other or how you're different. So how is mommy different than you? They could say, I'm a boy, you're a girl, you have long hair, I have short hair, so that they understand what the differences are. And then how are we the same? Well, we both talk, both eat, we can run, things like that, just so that they can grasp an understanding of what you're trying to achieve for this lesson. So once you activate their prior knowledge, comparing something and contrasting something that they're very familiar with, you can go ahead and do the same with the books that you've read. Now, again, we talked about words that describe the jellyfish. You're going to do the same thing with the mermaid. So for the mermaid, we have, she has a fin, she has hair, and she can swim. So you can do more, but I just did that to just kind of expedite the lesson here. Now what we're going to do is let's review the words that we did from yesterday. And so review the words that you did from yesterday, and then ask the students or your child, what's this word? Purple. So are they both purple, or is just one purple? And they should be able to say, she doesn't really have purple in this picture, but one could argue that some mermaids have purple. And that's a grander discussion for more sophistication. If your kids are the type, so purple, we're going to keep on the side for the purposes of this lesson. But if you have a student or a child that likes to argue, well, they could have, I've seen, mermaids that are purple. They could argue their point. And so in their individual Venn diagram or double bubble map, they could put that wherever they would like and then write a sentence justifying why they put it on the side, in the middle, or contrast, right? I pre-KK, you probably aren't going to get those arguments, but I think around third grade, sometimes second grade, they really start to argue because they really start thinking independently, and that's really awesome. And you want to honor that. And we'll talk about arguing more, and I don't want to get off track in a later segment. So you go around. Do they both have sand? Well, she does down here. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy in the middle. That means that visualize two circles. So, the Venn diagram where it connects both. That would go down the middle. We already have beautiful, again, that's up for interpretation. And maybe to some students or your child, one's beautiful and one's not. So that's another argument that you can have about, um, people having their own opinions, and that could lead to another standard. So depending on where this goes, if you're a teacher, you're going to look at your standards, and if forming opinions is a standard, then that's something that you kind of want to hone in on and then develop. So are they both green? Yes, so we're going to put this guy here in the middle. Are they both glowing? Depends. Are they both swimming? Can they both swim? Yes, they can. So we're going to go ahead and put this guy in the middle as well. Oops, it fell. And so on and so forth. You get the idea. So comparing and contrasting is a really good developmental process, and you definitely want to provide that for your kiddos when you're driving, or if you're going, anywhere. How are things different? How is cereal different? How is candy different? How are they the same? Just have it in your everyday conversation. It is part of the standards. I'll note it here in the description, and I will also I'll look for and research some fun ocean stories, some that I like about jellyfish and mermaids. Maybe there's one that's all together. There's lots of YouTube videos where people are actually reading it much better than I could, and that always makes learning fun as well. So this was just a really quick lesson. I hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend. I am feeling blissfully just mellow and, chilling and getting the vibe of the ocean here. I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please like and subscribe, ring the bell, all that kind of good stuff. And our next lesson, we are going to talk about prepositions and how to formulate words in our mouth. So get ready for that for the next go. Until then, Shaka, and we'll see you next time. Okay.